School districts across Texas have been restricted from requiring masks on children and teachers. Some districts, like Denton ISD, are still requiring them, but will soon have to change course to fall in line with the state legislature. In Lewisville ISD, many parents have struggled with masks only being recommended. I had the chance to talk to some about what that's been like.
When I got back, we went to orientation. I couldn't believe it. I mean, the way they had assembled everybody and just crowded them all up into the stands of the gym, and hardly anybody was wearing masks. One faculty member was wearing a mask. That was it. And just the attitude expressed, the intent you could tell was, we're good. I just couldn't believe my eyes.
Yeah, well, I will just say, as a former administrator, like, I understand when they give you rules, right? And you have to work within parameters, but surely I was assuming that the campus we were about to walk into was going to be doing the right things, right? But unfortunately, no, it was overwhelming. And to be honest, I agree with the parents with that, what they're sharing. It felt like a punch in the stomach, to be honest. I was just so uneasy. I couldn't believe just the number of parents without masks, the number of children, just like as if there was no pandemic. So like I guess those safety protocols they had last year where they had individual desks, they're all smushed into one table. There were no desk shields. So it was 4 to 1 group. And you have a small class, limited ventilation, and then you have, there was no social distancing possible. And the poor teachers are there. And I will say they were both wearing masks, and I know they were both vaccinated. But just the look on their faces of nervousness, because there was nothing they could do about it. So from an educator's perspective, I could sympathize with them, right? And share those feelings of nerves and fear. But as a parent, it was just a very uneasy feeling, for sure.
And I assume that a lot of times that everybody else is reading the same papers, but I understand people are busy. Everyone's not on the same timeline. So if there are a lot of parents who maybe didn't notice that Delta was a little bit of a different matter, that's kind of understandable. But that's where, people are relying on the school, if no one else, to be on the up and up, to be aware and to put in what's necessary.
I think we also dealt with a failure of messaging at multiple levels. I think that, there was a broad misconception that vaccination was like a free pass.
Right.
And I think that, and I can empathize with a lot of the people who got vaccinated who felt that way, because that was the kind of messaging that we were getting from, all levels of public health, the administration.
Came to America thinking this is like literally the best place to become a doctor in the world. This has the highest safety standard, highest safety practices. And when I kind of see this kind of things, I just cannot imagine, is this the country I came to? When did we feel that parents have the ability to make the best decision for their children? Why did we have child protective services invented, right? I mean, there's a reason people don't make the better choices. People don't follow safety protocols. That's why we have all this oversight. So I'm just hoping to God that we will get vaccines for children, maybe in the next month or so, between 5 to 11 at least, so that we can decrease the risk of getting seriously ill from this a lot. So first thing is, if you're giving choice to parents who do not want to put a mask on their kid, how about allowing parents, at least till, elementary school level, to pay all the parents who want their kids to wear masks, put them in a single school. I'm willing to drive my kid to a school, even if it's like 10 miles from my house, if I know everybody there cares about personal safety.
This has been Michelle Brooks reporting for Journalism 4410.